Right, for more on the Hamilton game, we spoke to NDTV's cricket analyst and former India captain Sunil Gavaskar, who was in Hamilton. Sunny bhai, MS Dhoni has come down hard on his bowlers for the loss today. But my question to you is, wasn't India's bowling always suspect and yet they've been able to rule the ODI charts? Many would argue that 278 that the Indian batsman made today was a below par total.
It was an under par score simply because the top order didn't get runs. If the top order had made some contribution, if there were partnerships at the top of the innings, then it might have been a different thing. We might have had another 20, 30, 40 runs, which could well have made the difference. But yes, I think the bowling is a major concern. It's a major concern because on overseas conditions, you asked me about Ashwin and Jadeja on a pitch where there was a bit of turn. But on these conditions, where the new ball bowlers should be bowling well, we are not doing so. We have not been doing so in South Africa. We have not been doing over here. So the question needs to be asked is, are they not practicing in the proper manner? Are they not getting the guidance that is required? Or what is going on? Because they keep continuing to make the same mistakes. So there's something the matter somewhere, and I think that is what we need to look at, because if we don't, then next year when India comes to this part of the world to defend the title, it is going to be very, very, very difficult.
MS Dhoni's biggest strength has been he never reacted to media or what former players had to say. You reckon he was guilty of that today, making so many changes as he did, and not just of personnel, but also changes in the roles that they played as individuals on the field?
Well, the changes, it appeared to me, were made for the sake of changes, because if you have gone on a tour with only two recognized opening batsmen, then to drop them and have somebody else go and open the batting was a little bit tough. And to send your best batsman, the man in form, who scored 100, who scored a 70 in the previous games, to send him to open the batting when there was another batsman, Ajinkya Rahane, who had opened the batting in the T20 format, was again something that is hard to understand. I think it was a little strange sort of a team that took the field today.
Right. But since you were an opener yourself, would you like to tell our viewers why this is such a specialized batting position and why is it not everyone's cup of tea?
The major difference is that the ball bounces just that little bit more because the ball is harder and it's newer. The seam is also harder. So in the initial overs, it bounces a little bit more. Now, you could argue that Kohli can come into bat the second ball after one of the openers gets out first ball, and it could be virtually like opening the batting. But the difference is that as a middle order batsman, even a number 3 batsman, you get those valuable seconds before you go out to bat to gather your thoughts together. When you go out to open the batting, you do not really have the time, even if you're batting first. It's not a question of just 10 minutes between the innings. Even if you're batting first, you don't always get that time to sit down and gather your thoughts, because everybody's saying, okay, the umpires are on the field, the fielders are on the field. So there is that little bit of disturbance. While if you're batting at number 3, the match is going on, you are able to just relax a little bit. You're able to see what's going on, how the pitch is behaving, what the ball is doing, and therefore you are able to mentally at least get a little bit prepared.
Now, apart from Kohli, the other big change was Stuart Binney drafted into the team, but bats at number 8, bowls just 1 over. So the obvious question would be, why have him in the team at all?
Well, at number 8, that was nothing that he could do about, because the 7-wicket partnership was such a good partnership. So there was special little that could be done by Stuart Binney. But I think he's in the team mainly as a batsman, as a finisher. He didn't get the opportunity to finish. I don't think he's in the team as a bowler who can bat. He was there as the 6th option in case one or two of the bowlers got clobbered. Then he would come in with a few overs. I think that was always going to be the thinking behind his inclusion.
Right. Batting at 8, like you said, was all because of the circumstances. But what about just the 1 over that he bowled? Surely he's more of an accomplished bowler than Ambati Rayudu.
Yes, maybe a couple of overs. 1 over, very seldom in the first over a bowler bowler takes 3 or 4 wickets. That doesn't quite happen. It doesn't happen with regular bowlers, and it is very, very difficult that will happen with somebody who's a part-time bowler like Stuart Binney.